apart from this, you have my dad, the greedy framer, trying even his sexual perversions on March 12th through law enforcement by asking me if I was willing to sleep with his ugly, old, disgusting-looking wife. On March 12th, 2026, you can ask law enforcement. These are the kind of greedy tactics my dad, the greedy framer, and his framer sisters tried. Right when they found out that all of their lies were caught, even after the false testimony on November 20th, 2025 had been caught completely. The courts and the audience have to realize the magnitude of the false testimony on November 20th. It was so big that no news anchor on CNN was able to smile on live TV for days after November 20th, 2025, and people like Josh Green, governor of Hawaii, were forced on around November 27th, 2025, to put aside the vaccine issue, saying, this confusion is the enemy, we have to remove the confusion. He wasn't talking about the confusion around the vaccines. The confusion that my dad's greedy framer sisters had caused was so great that every single government official at the time was trying to remove this confusion. And who ordered this false testimony? My dad, the greedy framer. Only because he'd been rejected by me all year. And right before then, on November 1st, I told him, there's no way I'm coming to you. You will not get a single penny out of my brain savant. My mother will die a millionaire, and you will never get a single penny, not even to smell it. He's been making very humiliating, degrading statements about me right now. This man has to understand the fact that he's standing on a banana peel right now with all the lies that he's made about me so far. Very soon, my brain savant will get freed. Artificial intelligence is not a liar, and I'm not psychic enough to know what that report says without anyone telling me, which means that what I've said about my brain savant is absolutely true. People like my dad, the greedy framer, have made false testimonies against me on November 20th, creating mass panic and chaos throughout the entire government, only to make sure that they could enviously lock up my brain savant so that my mother cannot get any of the money. And then made numerous more lies, even after November 20th, only to make sure in early March 2026 that they could lock up my brain savant, even after they were caught with their first lie. They were trying this, only to find out who the government informant was, and then they stopped. When they stopped, they tried incest. March 7th, 2026, 3 times I was sent for the greedy framer's name with a porn star named Sunny Leone's picture on it. And March 10th, and every single day afterwards, I was sent offering the greedy framer's picture, woman resembling her every single day, to try to get me to commit incest with someone. March 9th, 2026, for the greedy framer and spokesperson's mother tried to get me to marry their daughter after knowing that I knew fully about the false testimony that they had made about me on November 20th, 2025, and the lies that they were trying to make about me in early March before they realized that these lies were confessed to the government informant as being lies, since they had now guessed who the government informant was. It was due to the fact that every time they would go to court to try to claim that they really did witness me commit the crime for November 20th, the courts would look at them. They would smile back and they would say, "Thank you very much. Have a great day." And the reason the courts would do this is due to the fact that the government informant was a person handing them the fabrication material, which makes it absolutely hilarious that these people were still going to court to try to claim, enviously lock up my brain savant and claim that they really did witness me commit the crime. My dad could say whatever he wants about me to try to humiliate or degrade me right now. Fact of the matter is, he's been caught lying too many times by now. Not only this greed ending in March, even after this, when my dad, the greedy framer, realized that I had no intent on either marrying the spokesperson's mother's daughter or for the greedy framer's daughter, nor did I want to sleep with this ugly old disgusting looking wife, and you do not want to know what this woman looked like. If you did, you would vomit. And nor was I interested in sleeping with his ugly old big fat sister named Afreen the greedy framer on March 10th or any other day afterwards. he tries more lies, and this time he makes it and pushes it forward very aggressively, only for the courts to be forced to retrieve fluent conversations, only to find out that these were lies again. Talk about being played for a fool. I just hope the courts do not get played for a fool anymore. I do not mean any disrespect towards anyone. All I'm trying to say is, this man, the greedy framer, my dad, and his framer sisters, have proven their motive and their crimes for this trial way too many times, fabricating false testimony and lying over and over again. These people should not be allowed. There's also evidence of them greedily sending me blackmail price tags, millions of dollars, with spokesperson's mother's favorite being $60 million that she sent me at least 9 times, only to harass me and try to make me feel like they will take money out of me after my brain savant would get freed, which I will never give, even if they went to the news media and fabricated November 20th again over there, claiming that they really did witness me commit this crime. Even after a government informant was present there, they could do whatever they want. I will not give a single penny to anyone. And my dad, the greedy framer, he harassed me 19 times on the morning of February 19th, asking me for 8.9 million euro mansion. You do not know how irritating that is. When my brain savant gets freed, I will not give him 8 cents out of that. I just hope that the courts understand that this man, my dad, the greedy framer, is a psychotic maniac. Not only does he not work as a licensed doctor, he's using this trial to try to get money that rightfully belongs to my mother for her hard work throughout her entire life working in fast food restaurants to help raise me. This man, my dad, the greedy framer, who has done absolutely nothing for me my entire life, wants to steal this money from an elderly woman who deserves it by either scamming the courts into forcing me to go to him or blackmailing me with price tags of money. Right now, the price tag blackmails might be fake, or it might be a joke, but on February 17th, when he was sending it to me, you could check the records, he was only sending it because he realized that this was the only option that he had, since my brain savant getting freed was inevitable, and he was told this. What isn't fake right now are the frantic phone calls that I received 22 minutes past midnight on February 11th, 2026, at 22 minutes past midnight, followed by a porn star's picture at 3:17 a.m. that same night with his sister for the greedy framer's name on it, followed by 3:56 a.m. his ugly-looking sister from Florida at 3:56 a.m. that same night. These things are not fake. May 2nd, 2026, my dad, the greedy framer, once again has been caught. He thinks the court's a fool. He gets caught every time, then he comes back and he starts to lie. The courts can look at the evidence. On May 2nd, 2026, either he was caught lying or he was told that my brain savant's about to get freed, due to which he was frantically calling me at 12:48 p.m. The courts have to look at all of these facts, and only to find out that my dad, the greedy framer, is a maniac who is obsessed with money like no heroin addict could ever be, and he's only trying to steal and rob an elderly woman, my mother, it's her hard work, hard-earned money. She's sitting on a gold mine and she deserves every penny of it. He will never get a single penny of it, and the courts have to understand the man that they're dealing with and his greedy framer sisters. They should not take a single statement from him, considering all the hard work he's put the courts through, only to find out that every single statement he's made so far was a lie, only to enviously lock up my brain savant. It has never been appropriate for a man to send his son a porn star's picture with his sister's name on it. And he did that 3 times on March 7th, very disgustingly, with Fur the Greedy Framer's name on it, 3 times on March 7th. Then, it wasn't the first time he did this. He did this February 11th after the courts told him that my brain savant getting freed was inevitable. Then on March 10th, he sent disgusting, ugly-looking Offering the Greedy Framer's picture of a woman resembling her, sexually explicit pictures. March 10th, 2026, and every single day afterwards, law enforcement is witness to the fact that he was even trying to get his disgusting, ugly sexual perversions made by asking law enforcement on March 12th if I was willing to sleep with this disgusting looking, ugly old wife. This proves not only envy by locking up my brain savant so that my mother cannot get the money that he does not deserve a single penny of, it also shows extreme greed by trying to use incest and these other disgusting ways to try to get that money through either this way of incest or blackmail. I will not give him a single penny. And the courts have to realize the man that they're working with. He's a liar. Every single thing he said so far has been a lie. Your Honor, sir and ma'am, thank you very much.